Alright, today's episode's going to be short as well, and I want to touch on the touchy subject of insurance. Really? This music again? Oh, come on, you can do better than this. Let's try another one. How about this? Nope. Nope. No. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. So before we get into anything specific, I want you to understand a very, very simple concept that comes with insurance companies and that you might not be aware of. Imagine that you have a voucher for 100 gold coins. You can take that voucher and exchange it for gold coins at 3 different pirates. Imagine what happens when you go to one of those pirates to redeem your 100 gold. They will tell you to go to the other 2. The same thing that happens with insurance companies if you're insured for the same thing with multiple agencies. Because if that happens, imagine you break your leg. You end up going to a hospital. The hospital charges you for emergency transport, doctor's fees, which is alright, you're insured, right? Then you go back home and you file a claim to one of your insurance companies. And then they figure out that you're insured by your credit card company, which you didn't know about, but they did. And then they will say, you know what? Go to the credit card company and claim there. A bit frustrated, you go to the credit card company, go through the same process again, and what will they say? You're insured by that company, go back there. And that can continue on and on and on and on forever. So here's what you can do to prevent that. Gather all the papers that you have. Does the company that you work for have a policy for their employees? Pick up your wallet and check every single credit card, debit card, any kind of card that you have. Phone the company and ask them about what kind of travel insurance you have and what you're covered for. Maybe your spouse or maybe your mom or someone in the family has some sort of an insurance policy where the whole family is covered. You need to go through and ask everybody, your parents, ask your spouses, ask your children, and then you need to go through their bank accounts, their credit cards, their everything, because chances are that you're already covered for travel, the basic travel insurance thing by multiple agencies. You need to make sure that you only have one. Normally when people travel, they only think about travel insurance, but what is that really? Travel insurance in a broad term means health insurance, asset insurance, and then all sorts of special activities. What I'm concerned about with my travels to begin with is health insurance. If something happens to me abroad, I want to make sure that I can pay for it and I can reclaim the money. I don't want to tell you anything more specific because there's a huge ocean full of insurance companies who do these things. Yeah, just search online. This is the easiest thing to search online, I'm pretty sure. Probably the hardest thing to find the right one, but there's probably a lot of right ones, so for me, the most important thing, apart from my health, is that the camera gear that I'm taking with myself is covered. That's something that is very specialized. I'm fortunate enough to have found a company who specializes in camera equipment. I'll link them below. It's a very small company within the UK, so if you're not in the UK, you need to look for other options. What they do basically is if anything gets stolen, broken, if anything goes wrong, I basically get a new camera or a new laptop or whatever. And for me, that's the most important, because if they cover my fees up to like 10%, that doesn't help much. Now, apart from this special asset insurance, there's a couple of other things. Normal health insurances don't account for stuff like dental protection, diving accidents, skydiving, bungee jumping, off-piste skiing. If you're not within the socially acceptable norms, then you need to look for other kind of insurance. So this is why you need to ask what you're insured for. I need to do a diving insurance as well separately. All the injuries, the health-related injuries that could happen during diving, they're usually not covered. It's all sorts of, you need to read the fine print, which I'm dreading. I don't want to do it, but I have to because reasons. This is how it works. Once you've figured all that out, once you have everything covered and you're not covered for the same thing with multiple agencies, then you can go off and enjoy your vacation. This episode was a bit weird, at least to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took something away from it, something that you can use or just help you come up with other questions. If you do, if I left something out, if something's not clear, leave a comment below and I'll try and talk about this again. I will come back to you once I've sorted out my things, and if there's anything else that I figured out, then I'm going to let you know. So that was it. Thanks very much for sticking with me in these times, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Until then, remember to dream on, dream big, and make it happen. Bye. My personal worst case scenario was when I went to Belarus for a week. I had to go to the embassy a couple of times, meet with people who spoke no Hungarian, who spoke no English, try and communicate with them. Eventually, and with the help of the company that I worked for, I got the stamp in my passport. We flew out, landed in Minsk in Belarus, and then we were told that we're not allowed to enter the country